Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the London session live stream. So good to have you here as always. Let's get into it. So today we have some really big news. This is what we've been waiting for the whole week. Alright, unfortunately this news is this evening, so just be aware that we may see some consolidation as we lead up into this news, and today may actually be quite slow. But tomorrow I do believe that we should have a banger of a day. We've also got GDP news tomorrow for the USD. So yeah, taking into account that we have some big news later for the USD, and just having a look at the current situation on gold, we may not even touch gold this morning. Right now we are just in this range right here, okay, pretty tight range. We'll see if we break out of this range, but I'm not too sure that I'll even be executing anything on gold this morning. That's just the way it goes. Nothing you can really do. Let's just go back here. Let's see. 15th of June. I'm just referring to the last time we had this news to see what happened during the day. Okay, we did have some movement. In fact, we actually had quite a nice little closure above that resistance and a move up. So yeah, we'll see. We may get some movement today. But yeah, we'll have to obviously break out of this range right here. So we've got resistance right over there. And our support level is pretty close. Okay, this current support is quite close to this level right here. It's 12 pips, jeez. Okay. Not as close as I thought, but I think it's gonna be safer to have our support level right there. So if we break below that support, we could potentially look for sells. Let's just have a look at the daily. Okay, daily yesterday we closed bearish. Interesting. Morning Ian, morning. So yeah, we've got pretty nice little range here moving down to our next level of support for sales this morning. We'll see how that goes. I'm not gonna rush anything on gold here today. And yeah, I think if we do get into a trade, it's gonna be one of those situations where you take what you get. Okay, so we may not necessarily be looking to fill this entire range. It's a pretty big range, and we may not get all that sort of movement today, or this morning should I say. You see, when we have big news later in the day and we see this consolidation, it's as if the market is basically winding up for that big move later in the day. Okay, so that's gold. I think at this point in time, bars are going to be a little more tricky because our daily candle's bearish, and then here on the 4 hour we've got this entire rejection zone. So I think we are going to leave bars alone. We'll see if we can get that close below support. So yeah, just being aware of what's going on here, and what's to come on gold today. Just being extremely selective with the setup, and there's pretty much, like I say, only one thing I'm looking for here today. If that doesn't come, then there's no trades on gold, and that's just how it goes. Okay, so let's have a look at GJ quick. So starting on the weekly, okay, this is going to give you a lot of information here. Our weekly candle has pushed all the way up. Alright, last week we closed bearish, and we actually closed below this weekly support. So there is a very, very high probability that we fill some of these wicks here on this current weekly candle. Now, we've already spent 2 days creating a top wick. So let's see if we can reject some of these highs right here to start to move down and flip on this weekly candle. Let's have a look at the daily quick. So your daily right here, okay, we have actually broken these daily highs, which I was speaking about quite a bit yesterday, saying that I would only be interested in bars once we broke those daily highs. Yesterday's candle, we had a nice pullback down, and then we still happened to close bullish, so that looks like a liquidity grab to potentially continue moving up. And I like the look of this for bars, okay, but that weekly time frame is still on my mind, and I'm looking right here how we closed above this resistance on the hourly. Okay, we closed with no top wick, and then we closed just about back in the range right now. Okay, we just closed there on the hourly. So I believe we could go either way today, and we could say that we've created a new resistance right up here. If we can break that resistance, I'll be happy to take bars. We got pretty clean traffic moving up, and then for sells, if we can break the support, we should be good for sells. For our also closed no top wick. Look at that. And we're moving into this previous support area as well. You can see these wick projections on the low time frame. That'll be a support. There we go. Okay, we've tapped into this previous support or rejection area, so we could see some further downside from here. But like I said, I think for the safest sells, we're going to need a closure below support. And the daily is lining up quite nicely for buys. The only thing that's deterring me from these buys is the weekly candle. But if we can get a nice closure back above, you know, this resistance we've now formed at 165.220, we could be looking to drive further on up. But look at this. Broke the highs there. Yeah, this new hourly candle is getting quite jumpy. Looks like it's pushing up pretty quickly here. There's nothing I can do for the time being. Need a closure above the range either way, and I may just want to wait for London open. If we get into sells today, we're gonna have some nice runners down into 163, 630. Like I say, to fill that weekly wick. Pretty straightforward. You can see this range right here moving up is really nice and clean. Okay. So if we can get a closure back above this resistance, we may have a nice move up here. Looking left, this level is a pretty heavy rejection zone. Okay. So I think we're gonna have target 1 for sales here at 164,400, and then a final target to fill the weekly wick here at 163,650. My bad. That's not even the weekly wick. Let's see here. 161,800. Pretty ambitious target, I suppose, to fill the weekly wick if we take sales today. But it's very likely, if this is the top wick for the weekly, and this weekly candle is still to flip bearish, that's most likely going to be the high of the week. You can see how we had those previous rejections to this area. Check here, you also had this weekly level right here. So interesting. You just gotta wait and see. There you go, your hourly candles flipped bearish, so we rejected those highs. I'm sure the Cowboys are already selling, but I'm just gonna be patient here and wait for a nice little closure below the range here. Pretty nice rejection off of those highs. So I think we'll have some nice sells on our hands here today. But we just have to be patient and wait for this entry signal. For me, safest trades are going to be below 164.910, and that's exactly what I'm waiting for right here. Let's speak about gold. Let's have a look at the higher time frames. So, a lot of talk about recession. American government is basically in denial that they are in a recession, but everyone at this point is starting to wake up and realize that they are. And we have FOMC today. We've already closed with a weekly bullish candle here on this major support. So, could be very interesting. A lot of fundamental action happening as we get into this very critical technical area here at 1700, I suppose. Yeah, 1700. A couple things could happen here. We could move up off of this support, grab liquidity to continue moving down. Okay, because we have had dollar strength throughout the year. Okay, obviously we had that move up from Ukraine, and then since then it's been the whole narrative of increasing rates and dollar strength. So we've had this push down on gold. So let's see if we continue with that story. We could push down to, let's say, 1500, 1576, 1530. But if we reject the support, there's also potential to move all the way back up to the highs. If people realize that we are in a recession. But you know what? We've had such high inflation. and all this terrible economic news throughout the year, and somehow gold has still moved down. So sometimes it's funny the way the market works, and we'll just have to see. Obviously, you can't predict too far ahead, but just having a look here what's going on the higher time frames. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens at this area. Obviously, this is a major support. Yeah, we've been at above the support for more than a year now. Let's see how this 15-minute candle closes, and then I'm gonna go make some coffee. You see, if we close below this support here, we've got pretty clean candles moving back down to 164,910. So that would give us a few pips of an advantage. Okay, there we close above support, so we'll leave that alone. Okay, I'm gonna go make some coffee quick, guys. Do not worry, there's plenty of time here. Nothing to do at least until 8:30, but most probably going to wait for 9 o'clock here, London open. So just be patient. I'll be back now in 2 minutes. Phew, look at this volume today. We are moving. We are moving. Let's see. We got some time here, guys. 40 minutes until London Open, so just be patient. Just be patient. Patience pays. So, let's talk about if the 30-minute candle closes below support here. What are we gonna do? The thing is, if we close below 164.910, stops here are gonna be pretty big. So I think it'll be better to wait for the hourly candle closure anyway. I think we're gonna see a nice move up later today on gold. Based off your weekly time frame, I believe you could move up all the way into 1750. Yeah, that's a pretty good level. Because as you know, FOMC tends to drive us up, at least for the day. And we've tapped into, like I said, we've tapped into this heavy area of support here on the higher time frames at 1700. And we found support on the weekly. So with the news now, everything's lining up for us to move up to, I'd say, 1750. There's a lot of noise here on the lower time frames. We've got resistance right here, here, okay. But with FOMC news, we could definitely move past some of these areas with ease. Just looking at the structure, we've got lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, okay. Downtrending, obviously. We came up, created a new high, okay. We broke this previous high right over here, formed a new high, and now we are busy forming a higher low right over here. So right now we are forming higher highs and higher lows. So yeah, we could move up today, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that's exactly what we've seen, Ian. Last couple months, FOMC. We'll have the interest rates released at 8 o'clock, or 8 o'clock for me in the evening. Okay, so we have the interest rates first, and from that we can see a push down. So like Ian is saying there, we get that liquidity grab, and then when we have the press conference, price moves up. Because people see, okay, interest rates have gone up, good for the dollar. Okay, so you'll see gold move down for a little bit, grab liquidity, and then we have the press conference where they say, oh no, inflation is out of control, whatever, talk about inflation, and then that drives the price of gold up. June 15th. Here we go. Yeah, if you want to see some magic, man, go and watch that stream right there. 150 pips. 150 pips on that stream. FOMC traded the news, and then the next day, okay, I lie, not the next day. On stream the next day, we were taking sales, caught 10 pips, and basically the analysis was that we would correct the move up from FOMC, and it did come later in the day, and I did catch it, and I posted a video about it. It is here. So that was a killer week. Caught this move up with FOMC, secured about 150 pips on this move on the stream, and then the next morning caught about 10 pips here on this little wick, and then unfortunately, like I say, I didn't get this move on the stream. As you can see, the time here 11. I'm already finished with the stream by then, and then I saw that we rejected this resistance, so I took my chances, and price moved down, corrected that move from the day before. So let's see what we're in for this week. Good morning, brother. Welcome to the stream, Prakash. Two minutes left of this 30-minute candle, and I kind of hope we don't close above, or should I say, sorry, I hope we don't close below resistance, because then we may move here before London open, and I'd really like to wait for that hourly candle closure, and we can catch sells at London open. So if this candle could stay above, then our next candle we wick up, then close just below. That'll be exactly what I'm looking for. Then we can have stops above that next 30-minute candle, maybe about 20 pips or so. Good morning, good morning. Look at this thing. Up, down, up, down. Morning, Matt. Oh, that red line, I'm just planning ahead here. I'll probably go break even as we move into that line. So I'm planning to take sells here. Just about breaking those 4-hour lows as well. There's a previous 4-hour low right here at 164,890. There we go. Broke it. Yeah, GJ is looking good. Okay, so right now I don't plan on entering as we speak. Okay, well, I plan on entering at London Open if we can close below support here. So this 30-minute candle arguably did close below support, but we've got 30 minutes until London Open, so gonna be a lot safer to wait for then. So for right now, I can't tell you stop loss exactly. As of right now, our most logical stop loss looks like the previous candle high right here, but that's 45 pips. So what I'm hoping is that this candle wakes up. Okay, you see this new 30-minute candle that's just opened. I'm hoping that we can wake up to maybe 165 odd, and then come back and close below support here, because then we can use that candle's high as the stop loss. So basically, I'm going to try and draw this out here. So I want to see this candle move up, okay, create a top wick, and then I want it to come back down, close below support, and then your next candle will enter on the break of the low, and it will look something like this. A stop loss above that current candle. You know what I mean? And then, like I say, we're looking at like 20 something pips. So that's pretty much what we want to see based off the 30 minutes. It's a bit funky trying to draw here, but I think you get it. So yeah, I can't tell you stop loss right now. We'll see when the time comes. But you can budget for like 25 to 30 pip stops. On average on stream, I think our stop losses on both gold and GG are probably about 25 to 35 pips. Thirty-two, 18, 32, 32, 18. Had a few 40 pip stops recently, but yeah, as you can see, most are like 32, 33, 25, 27, 32, 32. So right now this candle is doing exactly what we wanted to. If we could pull up into 165, 100 and then still close below support, we should have some really nice sells here. That'll be a nice setup. "22 minutes to go." Thanks to everybody who's joining here today. I really appreciate the support. Please don't forget to leave a like on the stream. And stay tuned, we're gonna have a nice sell here on GJ at 9 o'clock. Yesterday's sells, man. Yesterday's sells were, yo. Entered on the closure of this candle here at London Open and basically secured half at 16 pips. So right at the bottom of this wick, and put stops at break even, which was a good call to manage risk because this candle ended up closing bullish, and never know, we could have ended up moving up. But as price began to flip bearish on this candle, I was looking for more sells, and yeah, we just moved down so quickly, so I didn't get another entry here, but just moved like crazy here on GJ yesterday. Morning Pat Nut, morning Jared. We don't normally do these or not impulse entries, manual executions. We don't normally enter as the candle closes. But here on GJ, it seems to happen pretty often that a candle closes, and when this volume, the next one just moves straight up. Thanks, Matt, man. I really appreciate that. So yeah, GJ. We may just have an entry. If this candle closes nice enough, we may have an entry right at 9 o'clock. We may enter as the new hourly candle opens. Because what I like to normally do is wait for a little bit of a top wick on the new candle and then enter on the break of the low of the previous candle. But yeah, like I say, today we may get an entry as the hourly candle closes. Worked yesterday. And if we happen to close bullish on this 30 minute, we're obviously just closing back within this range. So then we most likely have to wait for 9:30 and see if we get that closure below. Quite a few people here on the stream this morning. I think the record is 25 people at once, so once sitting on 24, guys, tell your friends to join quick. Let's get it up to 30. So this is a decent top wick on this 30 minutes. Now we just need to close below. So far it's done everything we've needed it to. Beautiful, beautiful. Come to daddy, GJ. Come to daddy. Just gotta let your trades come to you, man. Just be patient. We've got 15 minutes and we're gonna have an awesome sell here on GJ today. We're gonna make some money and we're gonna be out of here. All I can say is right now this is looking perfect. If this 5-minute close is bearish, I believe we should move down and close below support here at 9 o'clock. And yeah, it's exactly what we wanted. Jared, thank you, man. Thank you for that post. Yeah, Jared's got a nice setup there. Got a TV, mic, magic keys, Apple Watch. You know, I bought my magic keys and I haven't used it once. I haven't used it once. It's such a cool idea, but I've always found it so much easier to trade on the phone. Okay, so like I say, this candle is doing exactly what we wanted to do. We may have an entry right at 9 o'clock. We'll see how this candle closes. And I'll let you guys know. We've got 10 minutes to go, so just be patient. 5-minute close on support. Can the next one close below? Morning, Franco. Magic keys raffle soon. Maybe, eh? That's not a bad idea. I'll give mine away, I don't use it. No, I'm joking. I need to get this thing set up. Where do I live? In South Africa. As you can see, first trading live stream in Africa. Hey, look at this candle. You mad? Yeah, I see it has some really cool features with setting orders and that as well. And in terms of managing risk, yeah, I think it's really helpful. So, I already said, if this candle closes back within the range, then we just have to wait for the next 30-minute candle. Yeah, I got the on-screen version too, but it's a mission to set it up. You have to put in parameters and that. I think that's why I just left it. Oh yeah, Jared, please. Maybe later today in New York session we call and then you can help me set it up. Check this Audi candle on gold. It's tiny. We had 35 people watching. Are you serious? I think that's a record today. Everyone's excited for FOMC. Look at this candle, man. Come on. Sheesh. That's pretty cool. Thanks, guys. You know, sometimes I still think about it, Jared. When we were speaking quite a while back, and you said, imagine even 5 people sitting in your room watching you trade. It's pretty hectic. But in terms of my own trading, I think the live stream has done wonders because it's really helped me to stay away from those silly mistakes. Yeah, I'm so glad I started doing this. It is a scary thought, definitely. If we can close a slightly weaker bullish candle here, I may just put sell stops on the break of the low at London Open. Yeah, we'd have to close bearish on the 15. 5 minute fake out or what? No problem, man. Thank you so much for joining. It's nice to have some South African guys on here as well. Obviously, that was the initial intention, to get some South African guys watching the stream and see something different to what's going on in the South African trading community. South Africa. I saw this article yesterday. There was this lady um, claiming to be a Forex trader, whatever, selling courses or signals, something like that. And she was basically exposed by this car dealership. She was posting photos with a G-Wagon, claiming that she bought this G-Wagon. And yeah, there was a news article about it. So this dealership exposed her that she never actually bought the car. But they never really said it so straightforward. They just said the car is still on the floor. So you can kind of, you know, just assume that she never bought the car. I went and had a look at her Instagram profile. She still got the G-Wagon as a display picture. Like, seriously. But that's the thing. If you post a nice car, people are going to want to buy your course. Because people want nice things too. Oh, you guys also saw it. Bridal FX. I'll check it out. Okay, we're about to close here, so let's just stay locked in. 5 minutes, we've pretty much got that fake out right there. Okay, so we had a resistance here on the 5 minute, closed above. If we can close back below, then in theory we should at least move down to support, and with volume we could potentially then break these lows and continue to move down. So let's have a quick look here. 30 minute did close below the support right here, which is not bad. 15-minute close doji. Hourly was bearish below this support. So let's see. Okay guys, I'm gonna have a sell stop at 164, 875. Right now stops are about 20 pips. Yeah, Jared, that's so true. Pay for your car with course money so you can sell more courses. Okay, so obviously if we break the low of, the previous hourly candle, I'm not expecting price to come back and re-break the highs here, and hence our stop loss will be right above this current candle high for about 20 pips. Right now I've got my stop loss set at 165,075, so exactly 20 pips. If we do pull up higher, which we may, we'll see how much higher we pull up. I don't think I'm going to want to go bigger than 30 pips here. So I'm just looking at this from a different perspective, and this could be a fake out here to still move up. Obviously, we were uptrending for some time, um, but the fact that we're selling here is really based off the fact that we are in this weekly rejection area, and we've clearly had a hard time moving up, even though there's clean traffic here to the left. So if price does want to move up, I don't think we will break these lows. And if we do break these lows, I believe with volume, we'll continue in the direction of the weekly time frames here. You can see how this candle tried to push up, just broke these highs, but it's struggling to move back up and re-break its own high to continue moving up. So yeah, I think that'll be our stop loss right there. Let's see if we can come down and get activated. Guys, I'm gonna be right back. Let's see. Um, just so you know what's up. Sell stop at 164.875. Stop loss at 165.075. And I plan to go break even at 164.700. 720. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna be right back. Sorry. Man, needing a pee while you've got a sell stop set and 25 people waiting for you is like an extreme sport. But I'm back and we're not in just yet. But we're moving down here. Let's see. 5-minute close bearish. Oh god. Just Naked HD's cousin. Love chat. Yeah, Ian is on it. Nice, Ian. Yeah, he's God, man. That guy's everywhere. Yo, Ian was quick with it. Yeah, not much happening here. Okay, if we don't get triggered in within the next 10, 12 minutes, we'll wait for the 30-minute candle closure. This 5-minute had no top wick, so came up to create its top wick. Now it's gonna move down and activate us here. "15 minutes about to close." Looks like it's gonna close nice and bearish. This is pretty good. Almost looks like we close with no bottom wick. Creating a nice top wick on this 15-minute. Grabbing liquidity so we can move down. At this point, if we re-break the highs, I'll delete the sell stop and just wait for the 30-minute candle closure. And if we stay within this range, obviously there's no trades. Yeah, okay, so haven't got triggered in here just yet. Broken the highs there. See, this 15-minute here had no top wick. So I have a feeling we go, like I say earlier on, maybe to 165, 100. We'll see if we reject there. But I won't have stops much bigger than that. Man, this live chat is relentless. It's a bot or something, Nico. Morning, man. How's it going? It's a stupid bot, bro. Hey, Jared. You're gonna be fired from moderator. Ian's in GJ cells. I'm in drawdown, I need that live chat. Guys, by the way, we are not in this trade. got sell stops, which I think will be deleted shortly at 164.875. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna delete these sell stops. And let's see, maybe we get a closure above the range here to continue moving up. So yeah, right now this is looking like a fake out of this support for price to continue moving up. And you can see that's why I had the support down here, so we could avoid that fake out. A lot of volume. If we close above at 9:30, we're gonna have buys here. Patience pays, guys. We've been in a range the whole morning, so no trades just yet. We're waiting for a breakout of this range. Mm. So if we get a closure above the range here, stops are going to be pretty big. So on your new candle, I may just want to wait for a nice little bottom wick, maybe into 165, 100. Then we can maybe use current candle stops. Yeah, you're right. It may still drop hard. This was our previous resistance right here at 165, 140, let's say. You can see here on the 30 minutes we had resistance right there. There. Okay, so this little move here could maybe more of a fake out, and we came back up to retest this previous resistance level at 165, 140. And right now it looks like we are rejecting that level. Look on your 5 minute. $30 stops for sales are not too bad. Moving up, moving up. Let's see, are we going to close above resistance? So like I was saying, your previous resistance was here at 165, 140. If we can close above that level, I believe we'll work our way back up to these highs. But let's not get too clever with it. The reality is, I think we are just still in this range. You see, anything could still happen here in an abusive relationship with GJ. Anything could happen here. Your hourly candle has still respected the previous hourly highs, so this previous hourly closed below support, and we could still flip bearish and drive down here. Look at that on the 5 minutes. Seems like a pretty heavy rejection. Interesting. So many things that could happen here. So I'm just speaking my thoughts. And this move down on this new 30 minute could be the bottom wick for this candle to then move up. Okay, since we had a pretty bullish candle closure on the previous 30 minutes, this could be just grabbing liquidity to continue moving up. Or this could just be the top wick for the hourly candle to continue moving down. So we tap back into that key level right at 165, 140. You can see even here we had these rejections, rejection, 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 rejection. So your 9 o'clock candle, tap back into that level, grab liquidity. If we flip here, we could have quite a nice move down. 30 pip stops are not too bad for these sells. If we were to have a sell stop on the break of these lows. Based off the hourly. But let's at least wait for the 15-minute close before doing anything here. I think if we can close below there, 165 on the dot, on this 15-minute candle, I'm going to set those sell stops again on the break of the lows here, based off the hourly time frame. But as you can see, this 30-minute candle is retracing back up, so maybe this is the bottom wick to continue moving up. Really, we're just in a range, guys. There's nothing I can actually do here. looking more bullish than anything right now. You can see why we've left gold alone this morning. It's been even more boring than GJ. We would have done absolutely nothing here. Five minutes until our 15-minute candle closure. If we can close strong bearish, I'm going to set sell stops on the break of these hourly lows in anticipation of this hourly candle flipping, breaking the lows, and continuing to move bearish. You caught bars on gold pre-London. Let's have a look. This move up, nice. Tapped into a pretty key support there. We may just want to wait for this hourly candle closure and that could give us some more direction. Right now, this is pretty uneventful. Nothing happening here. "27 people in the chat. Wow, where's everyone joining from?" There's a lot of you on here today, but not everyone's really talking in the chat. Don't be shy. Say good morning. Look at this 15-minute candles moving down. Like I say, if we could close below 165, I'm going to set a sell stop on the break of the lows here in anticipation for the hourly candle to continue to move down here. We grab liquidity, nice top wick, and yeah, if we could break this previous candle low, we should be on our way. From India, welcome, welcome. Somewhat of a fake out on the 15-minute. Okay, we got no bottom wick there on that 15-minute. So that's a tricky one. Okay, I'm gonna have a sell stop on the break of the lows here. Same as earlier. Stop loss about 32 pips. Yep, 32 pips. At 165, 200. Let's get these things set here. So I got a sell stop in at 164.875, stop loss at 165, 200. Huge liquidity grab here at London Open. We flip back bearish. If we break these lows, I believe we'll be on our way down to 164,400, and then final target is going to be at 163,600. If you want to try your luck, you can maybe hold on it's down to 162 to fill the weekly wicks here. I'm not too sure what you mean by imbalance. I've heard guys speak about it, but I don't know what it is. Looks like we're about to get activated. And we are not in just yet. And imbalance is when a move up or down is not retested. Okay, makes sense. Move. Yeah, makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, I can't really identify it here on the chart though. Yes. Welcome everybody. What happened there? I think I lost connection momentarily. I think there's a little bit of a delay here. But everything was on screen, you guys know what to do. Got sell stop set here. If we get triggered in, looking to go break even at 164,730. Yeah, GJ is playing some sort of wicked game this morning. At least we didn't get triggered in here. But I guess we never really broke that. We just about broke the low, but you should have accounted for spread, so no one should be in. Yeah, the spot's going crazy this morning. I think I drank too much coffee. Look at gold, really not doing anything. Okay, we've got about 5 minutes left here. Joe, fellow SAGJ, for me, is in a bullish trend. Looking for sales is too risky. Yep. Okay. So, let's see, we've got 5 minutes left here until this candle closure. If we can close below 165 on the 30 minute, these sell stops will still be valid. I haven't deleted them just yet. I think I'll keep them in. The reason we're looking for sells today, I mean, we have buying opportunities here above resistance, sure. But the reason sells are on the cards below the support is because if you look at the weekly time frame, we are bearish. We closed bearish last week below support. I'm expecting this candle to flip and fill these wicks. So we've spent the first 2 days of the week creating a top wick here, and we've tapped into a pretty critical area here on the weekly time frame. You can see we had resistance here before, and for 2 weeks we tapped into that level. Last week we broke above that level, but we failed to stay above that area. We've now tapped into that level once again, and we are showing signs of rejection. You can see here we've already got a fake out. Okay, we had resistance. Let me just clear this up a little bit. No shaker. I haven't got triggered in yet, just yet. So we had resistance right here, and we closed above, and then we came and closed back down below. So anything could happen here. We are just in a range right now. But looking at structure, I mean, we were creating higher highs, higher lows, higher high, and we struggled to create a new high, even with this London session volume. And on the hourly candle, that looks like a big liquidity grab to potentially still move down. Yeah, this hourly looks like it may just close bullish, so then we'll delete sell stops. Look at this thing go. Yeah, I'm gonna delete sell stops, guys. Your hourly is closing in 2 minutes and looks like we're gonna close bullish. So we've had 2 deleted sell stops so far this morning, no trades. Someone in stop loss managers, raise your name in the live just right now for people. People using ads. What do you mean? Maybe that's why we're getting so many views. Thanks for the shout out. Not on YouTube. No. Cheers, Jared. Shaker, they're talking about a guy called G7FX. Oh, look at this. Look at this, guys. It looks horrible. Nothing to do. I mean, 30 minutes closed bearish, and we are still within this range right here. So we basically broke out of this range, okay, ignoring this structure right here, and then we closed back within the range. So with volume we could potentially fill this wick, but in terms of trades, I'm gonna need a close below support. Shaker, what are you saying? I had a look in this guy's chat. I don't see anything. This guy's got 400 views. 400 people watching. That would have been pretty good publicity. Oh god. Colin Abrams. Bunch of idiots. Oh, from his Zoom session. So right now we are still in this range. Just gotta wait here, guys. We did close bullish on the previous hourly, so we could potentially move up, but I'm gonna need a closure above. And we also have to be aware we're in the last hour of the 4-hour candle, so there may not be any trades today. Just gotta be patient. Hey, I found this guy, Colin Abrams. Nah, there is a guy named Colin Abrams. There is. Yeah, it wasn't me. I've got 5 minutes here to the 15-minute candle closure. Are we gonna see anything today? That's so crazy. There's another guy in South Africa with my surname who trades. Nah, he's fake, man. He's a fake trader, that guy. Don't trust him. Fake Abrams. I'm only playing, I don't even know the oak. Maybe days like this would have been good to have an extra pair. I was looking at GU some time ago. But you know, it was tricky to look at two pairs. Sorry, three pairs. Doesn't look like there was much to do here on GU either. What about... Yeah, everything's ranging this morning. What can we do? Where do you guys see these ads? Ooh, Euro JPY moving down. Let's see. GJ? Nothing. Pretty slow day, but I mean, what can you do? The market's gonna do what it wants to do, and if it doesn't want to do anything, then neither should you. So just be patient, guys. Nothing really worth my money, at least. If you've taken trades today, made some money, well done. But there's been nothing for me so far, and yeah, I'm just gonna stay patient. I don't really like to run the stream too far into, well, I like to be out by the time this 4-hour candle closes, because we can have some volatility at the end and beginning of a new 4-hour candle. And then at that time, the initial volume from London Open is generally dying down anyway, and your best bet is to come back during pre-New York or New York Open. So if we don't get anything in the next 15 minutes or so, I don't know, maybe no trades today. since we've had this hourly bullish candle closure, basically confirming that we formed support right here at 164,910. Now we'll need a closure below. At least on the 30-minute. Yeah, for gold, you see, I wanted to be extra careful today, and I didn't really like this range here. Based off the 4 hour, we had these rejections. Your daily is also bearish, so yeah, just took it easy today on gold. I wouldn't have minded sells below the support, but obviously that didn't happen. $30, I mean, this range looks nice. Even in hourly, we look good to move up to at least 1725, 160. But like I say, you go down to a 4 hour time frame and we're sitting right at this resistance, and we could potentially reject anywhere here within this range. Yeah, GJ is struggling to move up here. So if we could get some volume now and close below support on the 30-minute, I'll be willing to take that. But that's the last possible option here for a trade this morning. If we don't get that, then unfortunately that's it for the day. Not looking too bad, but yeah, we have to wait for a break of this range. Just look at the structure here. We were forming high highs, high lows, obviously uptrending, and we've had a break and retest of that trend line. On the hourly, okay, we closed below support, so arguably created a lower low right here, and then formed a lower high. So we can anticipate a new lower low to form, but we'll only execute on that idea once we close below this range, and that'll be a much more solid confirmation for price to move down. But I believe we are set for sales here. We'll just have to see. I'm not enjoying this timing right now. We've got 40 minutes until the 4 hour candle close. I have a Discord group. Anyone who's just joined here for the first time, check out the Discord group. The link is in the description of the channel. I haven't really been doing breakdowns, but I think I should do more breakdowns for you guys, maybe for New York session. But really, the group is to keep you guys updated for trades taken here on live stream. So whenever I take a trade on live stream, I'll always have stops at break even at least before I leave, and most probably have secured half at least as well. And then if we have a runner, I can at least let you know on the Discord group how I'm managing that position. Here's Naked HD popping into the chat. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. YouTube has the ability to call me out for copyright on every live stream, even though I have a license for this music, but it can't stop this Naked HD bot. Seriously. YouTube, you have to up your game. Ten minutes to go. Are we going to see some volume? Are we going to close below the range? Find out on the next episode. Check at gold. Moving up here before FOMC. If we can break above 1727, this resistance right here, I think that'll be a much better place to take buys, and we could then move up into 1735. I think we're gonna have some crazy movement on gold later today. Like I say, targets for me are gonna be at 1750, maybe all the way at 1748 for later in the day. Let's do a poll here. Should I stream FOMC? I asked yesterday and no one said yes. Last time we caught 150 pips. And I believe today we have some really nice potential to move up, just based off the weekly. $4 here, we're gonna close below. Hi Victor, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining this morning. You haven't missed too much, been a pretty slow day. I see the chat box on the stream looks quite whack. I haven't quite got this chat right, so I just wanted to have it on the stream at least, there on the left, but doesn't look the best. Doesn't look like we're gonna close below. Maybe that's a last little liquidity grab, so we can move down here. Let's see. Nah, no trades today, man. Stevzo, welcome to the stream. We have just been stuck within this range here on GJ the entire day, or entire morning, should I say. Placed 2 sell stops earlier on and had to delete them. No, I don't live stream New York or pre-New York. There's quite a few guys who stream New York, and yeah, I think it's quite saturated. Also for me, it's just a lot easier to stream London. It's in the morning, so I can wake up, have my coffee, breakfast, whatever, and hit the charts, get it over and done with, and then I got the whole rest of my day where I can do whatever I like. How do you change background color? Here on Trading View, right click on the chart, settings, background, here we go, background color. gold moved quite nicely, but I would have never taken that trade. And that's just the reality of it, so can't stress it. Yeah, this is just horrible. Ooh, your JPY looks decent for sales. Close below support right there. Victor, I got no trade on GJ. 164729. If we were to get into sales below the support, that's the level where I'd like to go break even. I believe we could have some sort of reaction there. Looking left. Let's see here. can see these wicks in that area, and then the support here on an hourly. But the targets are actually at 164,400, and then for runners at 163,640. But I don't think we're gonna have these sells here this morning. Euro JPY looks so clean. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite tempted here. We've flipped bearish on this 30-minute candle now, and you could maybe see price now fill this wick and move down to support. I was thinking to maybe even have a sell stop as this candle flipped, and you could go break even as we move into the support, and we'll obviously just leave the entire trade running. Maybe take off partials at 164,730, but the thing is we're still in that range. It's not so clean, so consider this a paper trade or information trade. But yeah, that's definitely not the cleanest. Euro JPY looks really good here. So I'm thinking about getting involved on the flip of this candle for sells. Gonna wait for this 5 minute to close. Okay, so yeah guys, I'm gonna try to take the sell here on Euro JPY, something different. Everything's moving really slow today. The pips on this is a little bit different. Okay, 5 minute close bearish. That's quite decent. Nothing is cooking on GJ. Absolutely nothing. Nah, you know what? You know what, guys? I'm really sorry. We're in the last 20 minutes of the 4 hour. I don't think it's a great time to try something new. I'm gonna leave this alone. I'll watch how this plays out. So I'm not executing on this, but the setup does look really clean. Just be aware we're in the last 20 minutes of the 4 hour, so anything could happen here. Your new 4 hour could open up and wick all the way back up to 139. So like I say, anything could happen. And I'm gonna leave this alone. But I'm gonna leave that there. We'll see how that plays out tomorrow. And for GJ, obviously, nothing's happening. We're constantly rejecting the support, pushing up, and we're failing to create new highs, which to me indicates that this bullish pressure is starting to deplete. But in terms of taking a trade, that doesn't mean too much. We still need a breakout of the range. So yeah, probably gonna have no trades yet today. %, yes, for streaming FOMC. We'll see. We'll see, guys. I guess I've got time today. We'll see how this hourly candle closes, and then just be patient with the new 4 hour. Like I say, we could anticipate the top wick to be formed. But if we can close below support here, let's see. Cheers, Ian. I'm gonna stay a little bit longer. A little bit longer. We've been patient so far. We'll be patient for another 15 minutes. And if we can get a closure below 164,910, yeah, we may finally get these sells. So we were talking yesterday in the chat about Asian close. Now on babypips.com it says Asian closes at 11. On other websites it says 9 o'clock. Another website it says 8 o'clock. So pretty conflicting information. But what I found is at 11 we do get some decent movement. So we've been in this range the whole morning and we've had no real volume, no nice pushes. So if we could close below here at Asian close, I'm just gonna go with Asian close at 11. If someone knows what time Asian close really is, because like I say, I'm confused. But I'm gonna go with 11. I've seen some nice movement at 11, so I'm gonna work with what I've seen. And I believe if we can close below support here, Your 4 hours also closing really nice and bearish, and then we could move down quite nicely. 9 o'clock UK time. 9 o'clock UK time. So that's a 10 for me. Yeah, pre-NY obviously is a couple hours before New York Open, which is at 2 o'clock for me. Yeah, I don't trade patterns, but I'm looking at the structure here, and based off structure, I already broke this down. We were uptrending, forming higher highs, higher lows, and now if you look on a 30-minute, let's say, we formed a lower low right here, and we moved back up. We failed to create a new high. So this structure right now is telling me that we could have a a change in trend here. But yes, you could definitely say that that is a head and shoulders. I don't trade patterns, but yes, head and shoulders. You guys probably think I'm a noob. I don't even know what time Asian closes. Yeah, Ron, I see this. So, yeah, Baby Pip says 11 o'clock for me. Yeah, we actually showed this on stream yesterday. Asian close right here, 11 o'clock. I've seen on gold, if we range for the morning, okay, from London Open, we don't get any sort of movement. Oftentimes we'll get that nice volume at Asian close or at 11 o'clock. So, um, same idea here. GJ, we've been ranging the whole morning. London Open didn't really give us too much to work with, and I believe at 11 o'clock we could have that move. Look right here. The other day, 22nd of July, we had a really strong move at London Open. We pulled back before the new 4-hour candle opened, and then at Asian close we had a nice push down and continuation of this bearish trend. So could get some movement here. SA Durban. Yeah, there's quite a few guys from SA in here today. That's really nice. It's nice to see the SA guys here. That's really why I started this. We don't have this kind of thing in South Africa, so it's really new for the industry in South Africa, this live streaming thing. You guys don't know transparency like this. Guys are buying courses and then your mentors are getting exposed for buying fake G-Wagons. I'm gonna try to say this name, and I really apologize. Camu Eke. I hope I didn't butcher it too badly, but yeah, man, you're in the right place. Welcome to the stream. As you can see, the chat is getting a little bit more and more lively as the stream grows, and you can also join the Discord group. The Discord group is free, of course, and yeah, there's a community chat there, so you can feel free to add your own breakdowns. Someone the other day said that they had a terrible week, and I tried my best to, you know, push him through. Let's see. What did I say to this guy? Even Jared gave the word, yeah. Hope everyone had a successful week. Not really. If you didn't have the greatest week, take the weekend to just take a step back from trading, clear your mind, sit down on a Sunday, take stock of what you think you're doing right and doing wrong. Next week is a new week and we're gonna kill it. So, yeah. Trading can be lonely and depressing, and I mean, when I was starting, I didn't have someone to give me this kind of advice, or this kind of advice. Like Jared said, yeah, you know, every different strategy is going to have losing days or losing weeks. It's part of the game, and it can be difficult to deal with those losses, but push through and you'll get better and better at dealing with those losses. So yeah, nice little community growing here. Guys sending charts. Really clean chart here from Shaker. Anyway, that's the Discord group. And GJ, the 30 minutes flipped bullish. So, yeah, I don't know. I wanted to close below support here. Five minutes, we're gonna need a miracle to close below support. If we don't close below support, that's the stream for the day. No trades. What can you do? The thing is, think about this. If you were to take a trade within this range, where price has no true direction, okay, you're fighting the markets. You're gonna be sitting in constant drawdown and just feeling shit the whole morning. So we sat back, we did nothing, we didn't worry, we didn't stress, no trades, and that's fine. We come back tomorrow and yeah, do the same thing. So looking like no trades today, but I may stream FOMC this evening. If I do stream FOMC, I'll hop on maybe 15 minutes before this, before the interest rates. So for me that's 7:45. But I'll keep you guys updated on the Discord if I will be streaming FOMC. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little bit nervous to stream FOMC. Since last time we caught 150 pips, I don't have that expectation. So if we do stream it this evening, I'm gonna take it easy, and I may not take any trades. I don't wanna force anything. This month started off pretty slow, but we've worked our way back into profit, and it's been a decent month for me. So I don't want to over risk on news and mess it all up. So if I do stream FOMC, it may just be one of those learning days. Yeah, FOMC is nuts. Let's have a look here. There we go, FOMC. Last time we took a loss there, gold sells. And then we tried again, 7 minutes later, gold buys. 150 pips. Close to half at 80. So yeah, this is the record, guys. Started off strong. I think the pressure of the live streams got to me. Had a couple small weeks here. Losing week. 2 losing weeks at the beginning of this month. But yeah, been working on the craft, and I think we've been pretty good from last week. You can see the number of trades you're taking has become smaller, so becoming a lot more selective with the trades, a lot more patient, not forcing anything. And yeah, last week brought us back into profit for the month. Like I say, transparency. Is FBK the one? No. Remember, this was just a paper trade. I don't trade Euro JPY, but the setup looked really clean this morning. So I just put this here to see how this plays out. 4-hour candle closed. Closed bearish. Okay, look at the hourly here. We had support right over there, and we closed just below that level. Okay, we've still got this bearish, engulfing bearish candle here on the 4 hour. So if we wick up and come back down to rebreak or to break these lows, and stops are not too bad, we may take this trade. But we've been so patient here this morning, I don't want to force anything, so no promises. Check out prices sold off from these levels before. Right over here, over here. Even here we tapped into this area and just dropped. We've tapped into this level once again. Okay, is that your top wick? Could be. Okay guys, I'm gonna have a sell stop on the break of the 4 hour lows at 164.875. Same place as earlier. It's the third time we're setting the same sell stop. I think your best stops are going to be above the previous hourly candle. You could use 30 minutes, but there is potential for this 4 hour candle to still wick up slightly higher. So I think what we'll do is we'll keep that 30-minute high in mind and maybe manage risk if we do move back up to those levels after being triggered into our sells here. Stops are going to be at 165,200 for 32, 33 pips, 32 pips. Going to be a little bit more aggressive with moving stops to break even. So if we get triggered in at 164,875, we'll move our stop loss to break even at this level right here at 164,755. We have been ranging the whole morning, and the 4 hour is now closed really nice and bearish off of this key area. So I believe we should get some volume here on the break of the lows. I think I had a little bit of a dip in internet earlier this morning, and there's a bit of a delay on stream, so I apologize about that, guys, but everything is laid out here for you, and I've given you ample heads up of how we'll manage this trade. Stops at 165,200, and we have not been activated yet. If we can close bearish here on this 15 minute and break the 4-hour lows on the next 15 minute, that'll be even better. Sometimes it's just not ideal to get involved on the first 15 minutes of the 4-hour. But yeah, based off GJ's movement, doesn't seem to worry too much about the 4-hour candles. You can see here, okay, this was the last candle, yeah, last 15 minute of the 4-hour. And then this was your 4-hour candle open. This was yesterday. Yeah. And that 4-hour candle just drove straight down. So same idea today. But yeah, nothing so far. And it looks like your 15 minutes made us close bullish here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day. Let's give it one more minute. But I think this candle will close bullish, and if it does, I think I'll leave it alone. We're gonna have to wait quite a bit longer here for these sells to play out. If this 15 minutes closing bullish, so yeah, like I say, stream doesn't normally run this late. I don't want to be sitting here too late. We're gonna start moving into pre-New York soon. I think I'll call it a day if we break that previous 30-minute candle high. Moving back down. No worries, brother. That's great to hear. I'm learning to be patient, not to just jump the gun. Hava, welcome to the live stream. No, I've got a Discord. You can check the Discord out. Link is in the description of the channel. Yeah. Slow day. Slow day in the office. If we can close nice and bearish on this 15, I believe we could continue moving down here. Your new hourly and 30-minute candle, we've created a decent top wick here. So if we can break these lows after creating this top wick, I may consider using the previous 30-minute here as our stop loss for 24 pips instead of 32. But if we close bullish on this 30 minutes, then no trade. So those Euro JPY sells would have been in now. Let's see how that would have played out. Like I say, guys, I don't trade Euro JPY, so this was just a paper trade. What about gold? Yeah. Spoke about gold quite a bit today already. That I'd only really be comfortable with sells below this support this morning. The thing is, we have big news later in the day, so it's pretty normal for us to see some sort of consolidation. Okay, and we actually did have some nice movement to the upside, but this range right here, based off a 4 hour, looks pretty ugly. You have this resistance and then all these wicks to the upside, so heavy rejections in this zone, and I believe we would have safer buys above 1730 or 1735, or above 70, yeah, above 1728. I see this 4 hours closed above here, but I'm not really interested in this. For gold, just wait for this evening. I may stream FOMC, and I'll keep you guys updated on the Discord group. If we don't close below the support here on the 15 minutes, I'm going to remove sell stops and call it a day. Because, yeah, I'm just feeling a little bit uncomfortable at this point in time. The stream never runs this late, and yeah, I mean, we've been stuck in consolidation the whole morning, so I don't know if we're going to get any volume here at all on GJ. Your 4 hour looks pretty decent. We got this engulfing bearish candle here, and on the weekly time frame we're bearish, and we now tapped into this critical area. So that's the idea with sells here, that this could be the top of the weekly candle and we could reject there. So that 4 hour bearish close is a pretty nice confirmation, and yeah, that's why this trade is very much based off the 4 hour here. Looking a little bit better. Give me tips on trading the news. I'm new here. So with news, generally you don't really want to actually be trading as the news is released, because you can see some heavy volatility as news is released, depending on what news it is, like CPI, NFP, you know, that kind of stuff. We can see a lot of movement, and we have interest rates today, which we generally get, you know, pretty strong moves. But as soon as that news is released, price is going to be all over the place. So the best advice I could give you is, when news is released, wait for the next 30-minute or hourly candle to close to give you direction. On my broker, the daily candle yesterday closed bearish, which supports this idea for sales even more. It was just like a bearish doji. Yeah, look at your 15 minutes. Not gonna get that closure we want. So, sell stops deleted. And that's gonna be it, guys. What can you do? I don't control the markets. And unfortunately, we sat in a range today. We didn't really have any movement. We could have expected this with high impact news later in the day. I thought we would at least get some movement here on GJ, but gee, it's been a tough little range this. So it is what it is. At least we didn't take a loss. No trade is better than a losing trade. So cheers, guys. Don't forget to join the Discord group. I may stream FOMC this evening, and that'll be